Welcome to tonight's episode of Cooking with Hilda. We have tonight up here a headlamp, a stove, some SpaghettiOs, some pens, and some fuel. Okay. Let's make sure that we don't fuck this one up, right? Alright, I'm doing SpaghettiOs because it's easy and I'm late to dinner as always. So, we're gonna do this. My friend stopped by. There's some weird walking around the campsite. That's fine. Be weird, but be normal. Anyway, so I'm gonna cook some SpaghettiOs because I'm hungry. I don't want to boil the water, and this is not gonna take very long to cook fucking SpaghettiOs. The only thing, the downside is that my pan will get very dirty, so I'll have to rinse it out in the water. I'm not gonna eat with it. I just need to make sure that there's not something that's smelly for the deers to come around, but I'm sure they will. They are my arch nemesis. So. Okay, so what we do is we do what we always do. Except this is my larger fuel thing. I didn't find the other one. The reason why I have my headlamp out is because I don't know what I did with my solar light. And light is short. So, we're going to finagle this thing open. Yeah. Nope. We're going to stay closed. There we go. That's much better. Okay. Then we have our little pot. There's a lot of fishers out. I don't know how to fish. It'd be cool if I did, though. I don't know what kind of fish that dude caught earlier, but, I don't know. Maybe good. And let's not put this up on the thing while it's still in there. Why not just do it with my spoon? Right here. You didn't know. I didn't know. So, canned SpaghettiOs. I ate SpaghettiOs for breakfast one morning. YOLO. Doesn't that sound delicious? It's a mess. Okay. No, I did. I ate SpaghettiOs for breakfast one morning. I was so hungry. This day, I have eaten a lot of snacks. Because I could not get out of my tent. And I did not have enough water to sustain life at that point. So, SpaghettiOs. We're gonna put that somewhere. I'm gonna put that right there. And then we're just gonna heat it up and stir it like you should. Where'd my lid go? What did I do with my lid? This is the big lid. Oh wait, there it is. Okay. When you cook with me, you're gonna cook with a mess. This one has a lot of fuel in it. There we are. The little wind thing that I got, I don't know where it is, number one. Number two, it does not withstand the wind very well. So, I don't know, man. I need to invest in a better system or something. I don't know. We're just going to go ahead and crank that up. That's just going to cook the bottom real fast. And then we're going to drink our nightly beer. Because I have problems. Addiction problems. I was saying that in the last video, I was talking about the super taster, and the only reason why I said that was because what I've learned, because Voodoo Rangers is an IPA, which is an India Pale Ale, and they actually started making this when they shipped it to like the fucking English people when they were like invading India or whatever. So that's what they would use. That's where the name comes from, IPA, India Pale Ale. I had to research this shit because I'm always curious about stuff. But with that being said, IPAs are made with a shit ton of hops, which hops tend to be very bitter. So I am very averted to bitterness because I am a super taster, which means that I taste bitterness to like the 100th of something. I can't remember. I'll have to look it up so I can stop saying that. But you taste bitterness much more than other people that don't have that gene, which is interesting. needless to say, typically something like Voodoo Rangers would be very off-putting to me. It has a little bit of flavor in it. And Peanut's right. The Burnt Peanut, if you watch Burnt Peanut, if you're a gamer, that wind is hitting. If you're a gamer, then you probably know about Peanut. Does that help? Maybe a little bit. I'm not really sure what's happening. Anyways, so yeah, he loves Voodoo Rangers, and so I was like, he's all about it. Let me try it. And at first I was like, yeah, I don't know, it's a lot. but it's not bad. It's really not. Now, let me tell you my opinion about the different flavors that are out there. Which is, we have Fruit Force. We have the orange can, can't remember the name of it. And then we have the green can, which is Imperial. And that one is not good. That one is not good. But it seems to be the only one that's around in the fucking gas stations. And the orange one, which I can't remember the name of it right now. But it's more citrusy. That one is. I'm not really sure what Imperial is supposed to be flavored after, but it's not good. So, I do prefer the Fruit Force. I have, and in need of want, I have drank the orange ones, but I'd rather not. I do like this one. 9.5% volume of alcohol. 3 of them will get you fucked up. Especially if you don't drink much, you might need to stop it too. I've had problems with alcoholism basically all my life, but it is the lesser evil. It is. Honestly, it really is. I can say all my life. Actually, because I used to not drink because I was told that I was allergic to wheat, and alcohol, for the most part, when it comes to beer, is made with wheat. We went to a Pussifer concert. I don't think I ever posted that picture. We went to a Pussifer concert recently, and they only had like 3 like weird brands of beer, and one of them was an IPA, one of them was just a draft beer, and one was something else. I don't remember. My kid's like 15. You know, he went to a concert with me, and we had a great time. And I was sitting there, I was drinking an IPA, and I don't know what it was, but it was not great. But it was a high percentage of alcohol. So I was like, my son wanted a sip of it, and I was like, dude, I told my friend, I was like, go get me another drink, but don't give me the IPA. Whatever the fuck he got me, I don't know what it was. It tasted like barley. I was like, that is the difference. When you switch to an IPA from a whatever the fuck that was, it was like straight up barley. I was like, this is nasty. And my friend, who doesn't drink beer, was like, yeah, it's kind of odd. But, yeah, my son, because I wanted to give, you know, whatever. He's 15 years old. Fuck, I was doing way much worse than fucking alcohol when I was 15 years old. So, if the kid wants to have a sip of beer, then the kid can have a sip of beer. I'm his mom. We're in the state of Texas. That's legal. So, yeah. I just wasn't going to get him drunk, honestly. Maybe one more time. I have a shit ton of canned foods in my tent, actually. But anyways, it's stuck on the spoon. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I meant whenever I was making the last video, and I went off on this rant about like fucking super tasters. That's why, because that's what was in my thought process, and then I never explained why the fuck I was talking about it in the first place. Because super tasters can taste bitterness. IPAs have a shit ton of hops. It has something to do with storage too. That's why they when they started shipping this to like the India, when they were doing the colonies and whatever, that they actually were using a lot more hops, because apparently it's much better shelf life, better storage, better shipping. So that's why they made it. That's why I said IPA. And then IPAs became like way popular in the 90s, and they became really popular recently, at least in my area, but for sure it is much more popular. but I do enjoy this one. This one is kind of strange because it does have a fruity flavor, but it is good. Peanut said is like the perfect percentage of like flavor versus alcohol versus something else. No, I used to drink Bud Light like all the time. That was my beer. I drank Bud Light, and it was only because my ex drank a shit ton of Bud Light. That guy is a story. A lot of my guys are a fucking story, honestly. I've never been with very many people, so I don't know how I managed to stay with that guy for as long as I did. But I did, and he was quite an alcoholic, and I was in my later 20s, and so I became quite an alcoholic too. I got him a place in a trailer park. It's almost done. Because he's a felon. That relationship, I don't remember most of it because I was blackout drunk the entire time. And he was also in jail for probably at least a third of the time. For some other stupid shit. Is that warm enough? Do I think it's warm enough? Every time you get dinner time with Hilda, you're gonna get a second story time, I guess. Maybe just a little bit warmer. I'm just gonna keep stirring it. Like, I don't remember when it was, but I got in a spaghetti and meatball thing, and I was like, this is awful. But you be out here and you're so fucking hungry, and it reminds me of the old days when I didn't have fucking money for shit, and I was living in a trailer without electricity, so it brings back fond memories. Something about it. SpaghettiOs are... I was done. I had dropped my beer. How about that? You're never gonna get nothing with a disaster every fucking time. Jesus fuck. Well, I still have half a beer. That's my mess right there. When you come to me, you're gonna get a disaster on every fucking thing. God damn, dude. I swear. I have a video of me trying to cook Frito chili pie too, and I fucking made it a disaster. I'm a disaster in the works. I don't think I have an off switch. I think it's just disaster 100% of the time. I don't know that there is. SpaghettiOs. What do you want? I made a mess. There's some, I'm not really sure what's happening in my tent. I don't know if it was actually like something I did or something that the tent did. I tell you, this is not the best meal, but I appreciate its convenience. I almost made Chef Boyardee raviolis. Back in the heyday of canned foods, man. Back in the 50s. That's why we have a lot of processed foods these days, is because of wars. They had to process a lot of food, send over the troops, and when the war was over, they had all these processed foods, and they were like, the government was like, what do we do with all this? So they sent it to the people, and that's why we have so much fucking processed shit these days. Because it worked. We were all very hungry as a human species. So, Europe actually probably has the better laws about, like, as far as food processing and all that shit. The U.S. is catching up. Anyways, that was story time with Hilda. That was cooking with Hilda. And drinking half of a beer. Even a third. I haven't even, that's probably still half. It was almost a full beer when I fucking just tossed that on the fucking bench. So anyways. Sun's going down. I'm gonna finish this shit. I'm gonna rinse it out in the lake so that the deer don't come. They will. But it will be better. And, we're gonna not toss that on the ground because I'll be mad. And, yeah. Then it's bedtime. Alright.